Alright, so what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Melicity and welcome back to another video. So what I have for you guys today is basically just a final thoughts after the first weekend of the beta. Let me just go ahead and start off by saying I know this is just the first early access that they're giving us, where we're going to see big changes with the later on early accesses they will give us. So just strictly saying this is just after the first weekend of the beta, and this video is going to be focused mainly on the bad and not the good, because I want my voice to be heard, I want changes to be made, and I encourage others to do the same. Speak out about what you think is wrong in the game, and maybe the developers will actually listen, whether they do or don't, and it's on them. But if they want the game to be good, obviously they're going to listen to us in some aspects of this game. But again, strictly focused on the bad and not the good, and I'm sort of on a time crunch here, so I don't want this video to be too ridiculously long. I don't want to make too many audio cuts and whatnot. But anyways, yeah, final thoughts after the first weekend of the beta. Here we go. Okay, so I also should start off by saying, yes, I am a sniper, but I'm going to try to make these points based off just a regular player of the game and not from a sniper standpoint. I didn't want somebody to go in the comment sections and be like, oh, well, you're a sniper, you want to see changes because you're a sniper, blah, blah, blah. But no, that's not the case. I'm going to be trying to speak as a player of the game, just trying to, say what I think should change as a player. Okay, jumping straight into it, the first thing I have here is time to kill inside of the game. Most guns in this game have a ridiculously fast time to kill, and honestly, it's not even about gun skill and how you play the game. It's about who has their sights on who first. ADS speed. If someone is sitting around the corner with their sights already on you, most of the time you're going to lose that battle unless he's an absolute potato. Meaning, you basically have no shot turning a corner if somebody's camping around the wall. And basically, that's not a good thing. You don't want to have that. I've heard a couple people actually say it feels like older generations of Call of Duty. In some aspects, yes, I do agree it does. But those Call of Duties, everything was broken and it was OP and it sucked. And in a couple of weeks, that person that said that is going to be saying, what the fuck, this game sucks ass, I'm going back to Siege. And that there was me depicting the future. But I'm not trying to say the older generations of Call of Duty sucked ass, because they didn't. I had good times on that game, just as I'm sure you did as well. All I'm saying is people want to be able to outplay people. They want to be able to do something about a guy coming from the flank. They want to be able to do something about a guy that's coming up behind them. But in a game where it's about who gets the first shot off and who has their sights on who quicker at ADS speed, it's just not going to work. I feel like they need to slow down the time to kills inside of the game to give people an opportunity to realize what's going on around them, rather than just dying outright from the flank or from behind or from some dude head glitching a barrel. The next thing I want to talk about, or go ahead and talk about, is radar size and UAV speed. So beginning with radar size. Yes, they finally gave us a radar after 2 days of us screaming, give us a radar. Obviously, they knew they fucked up, so they put a radar back in the game. All I'm saying is the radar is actually rather tiny. But what I mean by that is if you look on your map and you have a UAV up, the UAV, the red dot that signifies that someone is there around the corner or far away from you or whatever, it doesn't depict the exact location in my opinion. It looks like that dude is literally a mile away on the UAV, but in reality he's just really in the next room over. I guess maybe because they did add the radar later on in the beta and they did say it is for testing. It wasn't correct like it should have been, but I mean, you've had the formula all these years for this radar Call of Duty. I don't know how you fuck that up. Just saying. Now, as far as UAV speed inside of this game, let's just go ahead and compare it to, why not, the older generations of Call of Duty that everybody wants to compare this game to. Go on Modern Warfare 2, call in a UAV. Watch how fast the radar ticks. Go into this game, call in a UAV, watch how fast the radar ticks. You can tell the radar ticking from the UAV showing you exactly where players are on the map is way slower on this game than it is on Modern Warfare 2 or any other Call of Duty game. I don't know if this was a mistake. I don't know if this was supposed to be like this. I don't know anything. I really don't. But all I can say is several times when I was playing this game, when the UAV went off, I saw the tick, I saw someone was there, and the next tick that came by, that same person was standing right on top of me, shooting me and then teabagging me because I'm raping his team and he really wanted to kill me. Honestly, I was amazed at the amount of trolls that were in the game just for a beta. But let's go ahead and talk about the next thing, which is spawns. Okay, now I know spawns are usually a problem on most betas, but I feel like in this beta, for this beta specifically, the spawns were fucking terrorizing. I can't tell you how many times I spawned in, walked 2 steps, and there happened to have been somebody staring dead at me, getting ready to shoot me. I mean, there were times where I spawned in and there was somebody literally standing there ready to kill me, and I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I know this is a beta, but like, What the fuck? I mean, like, are you, what, really? Like, what? I mean, like, again, you've had the same formula for years as far as spawns go and the differences of in different Call of Duties, and you've had the same formula. I don't know how you fucked that one up, but you know what? That's just, that's just got to be fixed. I also really want to say something about the immense amount of campers there were in this game, but I know that'll change as soon as they fix the radar, make it to where once you shoot a bullet, you do show up on the radar. You little fuckers are going to have nowhere to go because I'm going to hunt your bitch ass down every fucking time. And we can also go ahead and talk about those same people and them abusing the shit out of, the explosives. Now, the explosives in this game weren't as bad as, other games, but they were still pretty fucking bad. I mean, to the point where people were actually able to throw random nades. I mean, I don't understand that. If you want this game to be realistic, which I've heard a lot of people say, this game is about realism, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm sorry. I've never met an ex-military person that has ever told me they have taken out a nade and thrown it randomly in the air, not knowing what was on the other side of that air. You understand what I'm saying? That's not realistic. And motherfuckers will straight pop a nade, throw it in the air in a certain direction, and just hope to God it gets a kill. That's fucking stupid. Who wants that? Nobody. They need to do something about the explosives in this game. I, for one, just don't want to play another year of COD 4. I just don't want to do it. I mean, I guess they weren't that bad, especially when you had the EOD perk attached, but still, I just don't. No, I'm not fucking with it. Okay, so I saved this one for the end because this is for my sniping people. Okay, yeah, listen. The snipers in this game, or the one sniper we got access to, is extremely, extremely slow. But with that being said, we also did not get access to a certain attachment inside of the game that makes our ADS speed way quicker. Now, I'm hoping that one attachment does make that difference to where we actually stand a chance in a one-on-one gunfight, because without, with the ADS speed as it is now, we don't stand a chance. Most of the time we have to catch somebody off guard, or that person he just has to be a potato. With the snipers being slow, I also want to kind of, hats off to Infinity Ward, because I feel like they tried to make the game as balanced as they possibly can, because I think they realized that they didn't want red gunners to come inside of the game and say, oh, it's just going to be another year where snipers run the shit show. And honestly, yeah, I mean, in Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4, they did pretty much run the shit show, and it sucked ass. I know. I remember back in those days I didn't snipe, and you ran into a good sniper, and it was basically, that was game for you. But in this game, I feel like they're trying to go for the opposite kind of thing. Kind of make it to where, well, not the complete opposite, but just kind of balanced. They want to make it to where snipers can still snipe, but red gunners can still have a chance against them. And I feel like that's what they were shooting for inside of this game. So I do commend Infinity Ward for trying. And of course, hopefully we do get some faster snipes. Hopefully we can get some faster snipes. But as it sits now, red gunners are actually going to run the shit show on us snipers, because they just have the faster time to kills, and the ADS speed on the snipers are just super slow. And I believe that's really everything I wanted to say. I'm sorry if my explanations for my changes were a little short. I didn't want to take too much time explaining all these things, because I am sort of on a time crunch and I don't want to spend too much time editing. So this is, what you're going to get. But I hope you guys share the same opinions that I do about this. And again, these are strictly opinions, and you guys completely could have your own opinions. But of course, if you want to share yours, leave them in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave your thoughts, comments, concerns, opinions, whatever, down in the comments section below, as I said before. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe. And really, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.